Hey, what's going on, crypto people? That's right, mofos. That's right. I'm back. I'm not fully back, but I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm in the game. What's going on? Happy freaking Thursday. I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was freaking, I don't know what they call this Halloween going on. I don't even know. I'm swole, a little swole, but it's all good. I'm back. Hey, look, we got to celebrate. Look, we got to celebrate, fam. We got to celebrate. Got my favorite, one of my favorites. I appreciate you guys putting up with me. Got a couple more steps, but it's all good. It's it's progress up in these streets. Happy freaking Talk Thursday. I think this got some holiday thing going on. I hear a bunch of kids running around. Kirk Ellen's in the building. What's good, bro? I'm back, sort of. I'm back, baby. I'm back. We're gonna do what we do. We're gonna do what we do. Holy moly, man! Gotta tell you, got a couple more steps, but we're gonna get the grill right. We're gonna get it all good, get it back to where it was, back to normal and better. All swollen up in this joint, man. It's craziness, craziness. But I'm back. Appreciate you checking in, bro. Listen, I got some interesting stuff from my guy Simon Dixon. I mean, it is Talk Thursday. Dude's gonna lay it down about the whole central banking system, tying into the economic hitman. I'm telling you, listen, the Solana ecosystem is massive. I hope you guys are paying attention. I did a 45-minute video in the Patreon group. Look, I laid down some stuff that we need to know. The game plan, the playbook's all out here. Just remember 95% retracement. Just remember that. 95% retracement. Just remember that. Come 2026. You got to get that. Got to understand how this market moves. Got to understand the 4-year cycles. You ain't missing out on anything. In Solana, you ain't missing out. If you weren't there for the $6, $8, $20, $40 Solana, you ain't missing out. If you understand the retracements, Crawfish XRP's in the building. What's good, my guy? How are you? What else we got going on here? Look, popping a little bit libation. Appreciate you guys putting up with my madness. Doing a live stream with no face. Doing a live stream with no face. What the world? What the world? Kirk Ellis says, what do you think Flare is going to get up to? The FLR token? Bro, I don't know, man. The timing of their stuff. Listen, they launched a liquid staking for ETH. I guess the Narrow's doing it. Timing is good. I feel like this will be their first bull, right? This will be their first bull, and I mean, we don't have an all-time high. So, dude, it's so hard to say. I don't know. I don't want to put a number out there, but it's so hard to say. Layer one in its own lane, got 3, 5, 6 working projects that are cohesively working together, just launching this Dinero now. XDeFi is only in beta. That's like the perpetuals for Flare networks. What is it? Rain protocol and Rainlex. What is it called? Raindex is coming as well. It's hard to say, man. But it feels like 40 to 50 cents to me. I don't know, man. But I don't know. Look, it's still in the 10% bucket no matter what. I still put in 10%. In other words, if I get $100, I'm still putting 90 in Bitcoin and Solana. But it feels like 40 to 50 cents, fam. It really does. You know, it really, really does. What's a 95%? I just want you to think about something for a second. If we get the typical historical 95% retracement of all-time highs in alts, and let's just say that Flair gets to 50 cent. Let's just say that's it's 2 cents, right? It's like 2 cents. I would argue in 2026, FLR token will be a better risk adjusted reward asset. Risk adjusted, not multiple X, not the best, not the cheapest price. It's a 1 cent right now. So it's not the cheapest price, but it's a better risk adjusted reward asset. Why? Because it launched more stuff. It went through a bull run. It's navigating through a bear. It's gone through some gauntlets. It's been tested a little bit. It's gotten some TVL. It's got more projects that have launched on it. That's what we mean by better risk adjusted return asset, risk adjusted reward asset. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't get more FLR now because it's a penny. You can't get more FLR because it's less than a penny. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the token will be a better risk adjusted reward asset. That's all I'm saying. People keep thinking they're missing out on something. You're not missing out on anything. You're becoming a sophisticated investor. You're protecting for the downside. You're limiting exposure to irreversibility. You're limiting your exposure to irreversibility. That's what the sophisticated investors do. That's all I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Once you understand that, you're good. That's why it's 90. That's why it's in a 10% bucket. It might go to 90% bucket after this cycle. F assets becoming a success. It's singing the praises, getting other developers coming on singing the praises of the data. You never know. That's possibly coming, which would make it a better risk adjusted reward asset. Again, I know everyone wants to get the gains now. They want to get that 40, possibly 30 to 40x. I get it. I understand. I'm talking about risk adjusted. So if it goes to 50 cents at a 95% retracement, we're talking 2 cents, 2.5 cents. What if it's a 98, by the way? I mean, I don't know, but historically, this is that's what it is. It's 90 to 98% historically. So just understand, I'm doing 90-10. Just understand, you know, if you feel, good about your investment, make it. I feel good about mine. I'm just saying I get $1,000, 900 is Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's all I'm saying. I'm still investing in FLR. 900 Bitcoin, Solana, 100 FLR. That's what I'm saying. So this is some interesting news, man, coming from Flare with this liquid staking on Flare Networks. ETH liquid staking, not FLR liquid staking, not FLR from my boys over at Scepter. ETH. ETH. Brother Crypto is in the building. What's going on, bro? Life is good. Life is good. Data is the new gold of this generation and the one to come. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I can't wait. I tell my guy all the time. Tell my guy. I can't wait for 2026. I'm 2026 is I'm looking at a 50, 40, $35 Solana. 2026, I'm looking at a 2 cents, 2.5, 1.5 cents again. FLR token, that's what I'm looking at. We saw it with Bitcoin, 75% retracements. We saw it with ETH. We saw it with Solana. I showed the charts with that Solana retrace of 95%. Like people keep thinking, oh man, we're never going to see these prices again. Come on, man. We're never going to see these prices this low again. Come on, bro. History has proven otherwise. Think about that. David Ocoin says, hi, Siege. Why would you sell your flare when you're still getting airdrop? I wouldn't when it's still getting airdrop. That ends in 2026, though. No need to be selling the FLR tokens now. January 2026 is over. Brother Crypto, Flare hasn't had a blow off top yet. Correct. Hasn't. We don't know. We don't know. It might go higher than 50 cents. You never know. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea where it's going to get to. No idea. I do know there will be a 95% retrace. Right? It's going to be a retrace. But Flare keeps this flywheel economy up, who knows how much I would sell. They keep this flywheel economy going. Who knows? You could sell some stables for future purchase. And you can keep the other in the economy. Who knows what what it's going to look like? Don't know yet. Hydro says when the airdrop ends, I think they sell. Yeah, of course. Which will be right around the time the cycle's ending, right? Cycle's going to end. Bull run is going to end in Q4 of 2025. A little bit in probably January, maybe. We got it all. We got it all planned. I'm back, baby. Am I listening? I hope I'm not listening too much. Celebrating. Heard them kids out there doing their thing before it ends. Yeah. Yeah, I think they sell before it ends. Yeah. We know when it's ending. Everything's planned out. Everything's planned out. But the multiples are the multiples. You got to take the profit, fam. I mean, come on. People in FLR token before a penny. Got to take that multiple. Got to take that X. But that doesn't mean that you're missing out on that price again. No, bro. You put 100 in and you got 40 times that. It's in a little stable thing. And you're planning on the retrace. It's going to happen. The retrace is going to happen. It happens for all the altcoins. The challenge is we didn't know. We didn't understand the whole retrace thing. But now we know. At first, I was trying to get, blockchain back. Talking about he's selling it all. I'm like, what? What do you mean selling it all? I didn't understand. Dude was talking about. I was in his course and everything. I'm watching all his videos from blockchain back. He's talking about he's selling it all. I'm like, whoa, why? Now I understand. He understood the retraces. I didn't really get it. I didn't really understand it, but now I do. Because I looked at the Solana chart today with the Patreon group. I'm like, what the world? 251 to $1 to 950. $251 to 950 was the low. So 251 was the high in 2021. It launched in 2020. And in 2022 was at $9.50. So $251 times 95%. Yep. That's $11. It went to 98. It went to $9.50. So let's do 98%. That's $6. So it was 96%. That's $9. It was 96%. 96% retracement. I mean, I don't know. What do you want? There it is. That's the math. It did it. 95%, right? Let me see something here real quick. Pull up CoinGecko, put up the Salon chart, and we're going to get into the stuff. I appreciate you guys checking in. One of my meme coins is up 26%. How about that? Let's go to Solana. Let's share. Let's share real quick. I'm just saying, Kirk, this is just historical. This is just historical data. And this ain't some dude from Brooklyn just making something up. This is the historical data. Here's Solana. On the year, Solana's up 337%. But anyway, so here's the max. All-time high. 259, not one. $259. Okay. I gotta change that up. Let me do 9. 9. 96 retracement is $11. 98 retracement is $6. So it's 97. So 97% retracement. That's about $8. Right? So 259, right? All-time high, November 2020. Remember, it launched in 2020. So in 2020, it went to an all-time high, had its all-time high. It was $259. Okay? And then look at this retracement, fam. Look at this retracement. So all these people thinking they missed out on Solana, 76. All these people thinking they're missing out, $24. We're never going to see a $24 Solana again. You're never going to see a $24 Solana again. How many times have we heard that? Hydro, brother crypto. How many times you heard you ain't going to never see this $24 again? How many times you heard that? $24? $24? $18? How about 18? Man, you're never going to see $18 Solana again. Right? And everybody thought they was right. Never going to see his $18 Solana again. Everyone thought that was right. Told you so. Look, $40. Told you. You're never going to see the $18 Solana again. Told you. Look, $40 Solana. Told you it's $70 now. I told you ain't never seeing no freaking $24 Solana again. You ain't seen it, Hydro. You're not going to see it. Look, all the way up to $259. Ain't never seen a $24 Solana again. You guys are crazy. You're out of your mind. It ain't happening. $24, you missed it. FOMO, all that stuff. All that stuff. And here we go. Look at this retracement. All the way down, Kurt Elliott. All the way down, bro. All the way down. $9.70. I saw $9.30 in here. But $9.70 is good enough. All the way down to a $9.70 Solana. Below 24 that everyone claimed and never seeing it again in the history of seeing it. What's my point? There's going to be a retracement. But what I'm saying to you is this $9.70 Solana is a better risk-adjusted reward asset than the $24 Solana. It's risky up in this joint. You don't know. That's why it's 90-10. It's not being in. It's not being in. It's allocating accordingly. Right? I was just reading this today. I'm like, dudes, I don't understand. I didn't understand. The lesson is do not expose the whole to irreversibility. No matter how attractive the payoff, do not expose the whole, WHOLE. Let me see here. I was just reading something today. It was like, man, that's awesome. I'm trying to think, where was it? I highlighted it. Nope, it's not that. Let me find it for you. I was like, man, this is good stuff. Um, did not expose the whole. Nope, that's not it. But it's basically, it's not about not taking high upside risk. You still take it, but it's accordingly. It's 90-10. It's 90-10. Right? It's 90-10. Man, I don't know why. Okay, you can reduce exposure to irreversibility by exposing only part of yourself, part of your assets. This is safer and more effective than going all in on a medium risk activity. It is safer to expose a bit of yourself, 10%, in parentheses, to grab some upside than not to do it. Let me say it again. It is safer to expose a bit of yourself to risk, parentheses, to grab some upside than not to do it. It is safer to do it, a bit of yourself, 10%, than not to do it, because the potential to grab upside is just how you do it, right? It's the 90-10. It's that 80-20 for some of you, right? Think about that. It's right there, $9. $9.70. I'm just saying. We got the data, we got the numbers, we got the playbook, we understand what it is. Hydro says, I saw Solana 25, but my head was in a different space. Dude, I had Solana, I had Soulflare wallets way back yonder. I had Solana. I had no idea what it was, why I added it. I just got it. Didn't know, man. I was just too busy into the XRPL ecosystem to figure it out. You know? Soon Crypto believes that most of the altcoins will be wiped out with regulation. We'll see, bro. We'll see. There's a lot of junk out there in them streets. I can tell you that. Pookie, what's going on, friend? I'm ready for the world to start using these assets. It's going to be by way of DeFi, man. Franklin Templeton done launched their fund on 5 different ecosystems now. They just entered Base. They just launched on Base. They're already on Polygon and other places. Brother Crypto says pullbacks are inevitable, right? Just got to understand how it works. Let me do this real quick. Just got to understand how it works. Dano's in the building. What's going on, bro? How are you? He said, boo. Dano says, yep, I'm aware. I'm holding cash on the side after cash out. There you go, bro. The strategy's out there is available, man. It really is. $30 to 60 cents. As Alex Yeet says, Brother Crypto says, Siege, have you checked out Sui's DeFi? Yes. They are doing everything how it should be as it relates to the ease of use. Yeah, yeah. I've been on Cetus and Turbos. I've been on liquidity pools on Turbos. Absolutely. I'm looking at the 7K aggregator right now. Is it 7K dot AG, I believe. But yeah, I've been over there hanging out for sure. For sure. Look, we don't know who the Mag 7 is going to be yet. Right? So I'll be 95% exiting stuff, keeping some for the leave in DeFi, like 95% of SUI in stables, 5% probably leave it on Navi protocol, something like that. Solana, 95% out of it, 5% probably on Camino, something like that, lending out some Solana there, maybe on Jito, something like that. But you got to take the gains. Got to take the gains. Got to take that 7X, don't you? Don't you got to take the 7, 8, 9X? Got to take it. In my humble opinion, I'll be taking it, leaving it in stables because I know this retrace is coming. And then I'll get the opportunity to have my capital in a better risk adjusted return asset. Do you understand? That's how it is, fam. Alex G saying, what's the most realistic price? I mean, it's hard to say, bro. That's important. I get it. It's good to dream. It's good to hope. But the more important thing is, what are you planning to do with it when you get it? What are you planning on doing with it when you get it? That's the most important thing. Because when you get that 7, 10, 20X, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? I know for me, I'm getting them stables. I will be taking advantage of ETH bear market. I'll be taking advantage of Solana bear market. What do I mean by that? If you understand how this market goes, if you understand DeFi strategies in the bull market and DeFi strategies in the bear market, if you got $100,000 in stables, you should be able to turn that into 110,000 in the bear market, 120,000 in the bear market. There's a strategy for that. It's easy if you know the strategy. It's easy to do that. 100%. I didn't know these strategies last but bear. I know them now. I invested in myself. I know them now. I share them in the Patreon. Like you gotta be ahead of the game. Like as soon as we start a little ripping in this alt season in 2025, I'll be in liquidity pools, Bitcoin and ETH and Solana. Why? Why would I be in those liquidity pools? Because it's a strategy. Right? You got to win on the up. You can win like you not 100%, not the bull run bag that's hanging out in cold wallets, a little percentage, and these DeFi things, exponentially increasing, leveraging up a percentage of the portfolio. Yeah, taking advantage of liquidity pools, taking advantage of correlated assets during the rip and roar of the bull market. Strategies. All right. Man, I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Crypto Kahuna is in the building. What's up, my guy? How are you, bro? Alex, you got almost 1 million coins. You're in good shape, bro. You're in good shape. Good for you, bro. Good for you. You're in good shape, man. I hope you win big. You got a lot more FLR tokens than I have. A lot more. I hope you win, bro. I hope you win. Hope you win big time. I think God is going to be good, going to get me my FLR tokens from that Celsius debacle. I don't know. I'll take them in the bear market. Don't matter. I'll take them. Just give them to me. I know what to do with them. I know what to do them. If I get them in the bear market 26, 27, I know exactly what to do with them FLR tokens. It'd be like, oh man, you missed a bull run. Nah, I didn't miss the bull run. I didn't. I didn't. I know exactly what to do with my FLR tokens during the bear. I'll get more FLR tokens during the bear with those FLR tokens. We got kinetics, don't we? Don't we got a lending protocol over there? Yeah, we got a lending protocol. Yeah, you gotta know how to lend. Gotta know how to lend. And I'll just tell you this: there's a reason why those stablecoin caps, they can't, they don't hang around for 24 hours. There's a reason why them state, Pookie. There's a reason why those stablecoin caps on kinetics, they don't last, what, an hour? There's a reason why they get capped up real quick. There's a reason for that. Puka says, CJ make more sense to me every time I listen to you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Oh, man. That sucks, brother, crypto. Lost 1 million FLR tokens, lost my C phrase, but I'm building back up. Good for you. You'll get it back, bro. You'll get it back. Pay me an FXRP is in the building. What's going on, brother? Dollar plus. Oh man. I hope so. I hope there's a dollar plus. I really do. Because I know there's a lot of good XRP holders been in the community having to weather the storm. I hope it gets to a dollar. I really, really do. We need a new 1%. I really do. I have no idea, man. I have no idea what it's going to get to. I just know when it gets to it, I'm cashing out 95%. That's what I know. And I'm going to get more FLR tokens during the bear market. That's what I know. And I know during the bear market of 2026 and 27, the FLR token, I don't know, but I feel really comfortable saying it will be a better risk-adjusted reward asset. FTO is launching and booming. A good litmus test is going to be Songbird. When that FTSO gets on Songbird, it's going to be a real good litmus test for the future of this system working. Right? So let me try and share this news. I've been rambling. And rambling. Let's go here. Share this good news from Flare. Now, I know they got a little security challenges going on right now, but it looks like they caught it, which is good. I have not gone on Kinetic. I have not gone on Scepter. Make sure I said the right lending place. Did I say the right lending? Scepter is liquid staking. Yeah, so I did. So here it is, the big news. Flare, De Niro XYZ equals Flare X. The first Flare native ETH liquid staking. Starting today, earn ETH staking yield directly on Flare networks. Coming, swap and incentivize pools for Flare ETH on SparkDex. My favorite SparkDex, man. Make your ETH work harder. Stake now. Right? You can go there and do that. What's up with SparkDex? Are they is that swap available now? I wonder. Because Spark said something. You can probably swap right away with that SparkDex, huh? I bet you can. So you can bridge some of that ETH, use the portal bridge over, right? Did they say about bridging? Full announcement. Got a little user guide. Here's the announcement. Today, we're excited to announce Flare ETH, a Flare native eco liquid staking solution built by De Niro. that lets users earn ETH staking yield directly on Flare. It's a pretty cool deal. Who is De Niro? Did they talk about the bridge? There's a user guide. Let me see if that worked. There's a user guide. They don't talk about the bridge though. But Stargate should be the bridge, right? Stargate should be the bridge if you got some ETH out there in Ethereum or whatever. Stargate should be the bridge. You bridge it over. Hi. But that should be the bridge. Select Ethereum as your stake chain. This is saying maybe you just go there directly. But that is if you have Ethereum security relies on staking where users, whatever, running a valid, however, liquid statement solves this issue by built by De Niro, Flare ETH is built on top of the PXEF protocol specifically for the Flare, allow users to earn ETH stakings. How to require to begin staking, open an app, connect your Flare, connect your wallet to the dApp. Your wallet should be connected to Ethereum. Once connected, your wallet, you just, all right, so it says ETH to Flare ETH. So this is saying you can just go directly from the app. It's like Ethereum on your, as your chain, i.e. the chain where your ETH is currently located, and Flare as your receive, enter the amount of ETH you'd like to stake. So yeah, it's just connecting the wallet. No bridging necessary, looks like to me. Looks like they'll be doing the bridging for you. Pretty cool. I swapped like all of my ETH over to Solana, but that is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did all of my ETH. Even in my test wallet, I'm pretty sure I did. What the world? Oh, $15. Yes. That's no, I have no ETH on here. Got this on here. I'm surprised that's even on. Yeah, I have no ETH on this. But that's what it's looking like, the bridging for you. Stake on mainnet, bridge to Flare, approve for wrap on Flare, wrapping on Flare. Anybody use it yet? It's pretty cool. Stake from. This is pretty good, man. It's pretty good. This is step by step how to do it. Step by step. I'm gonna have to find some place where I have some ETH. I don't have ETH anywhere. Like I don't think I have ETH anywhere. I swapped out all my ETH, but I would do it with you guys. It looks like easy peasy, man. It looks like easy peasy. Barbary is in the building. How are you? She says, Barbie Taylor says 100% Stargate. But it's looking like to me on this app, you don't even have to use Stargate. Hi, Barbie. Barbie says, hey, Siege, yeah, everything is under control. Hyper Native Labs did a remarkable job talking about the security issues. They caught it early. Bad guys trying to do bad things, you know. Payment XRP says, Kinetic really scared me today. I have over 500,000 FS FLR over there. Hypothetically, I'm glad they were able to catch it and no user funds were taken. Yep. Yep. I didn't even check. I knew that I got the word from Hugh on the team. Self-delegation is the safest route for sure. Self-delegation. Yeah. Yeah, so the bridge is start, but Barbie, it's looking like to me that you can just go directly from that app. I don't have any ETH, man. I'm just trying to think where I got some freaking ETH, man. But it does feel like you can go directly from. Let's pull up this app real quick. Uh, let's see. I mean, should be able to just input the numbers and just see. I got ETH on. I got some ETH on Phantom too, don't I? I think I do. Let's do this. Yeah. Stake from Ethereum. It's not. I don't have any ETH on it. Oh, see, there's my little ETH right there. See, my little 50 cents worth of ETH. It's in there. Then I would hit stake. See, it says stake from Ethereum. Receive on Flare. That's what it's looking like to me. Oh man. Just looks like to me in the directions, like they're going to be doing the bridge. See right here, staking on mainnet, bridging to Flare, approving for wrap. Like in the background, looks like the narrows, whatever they're doing. Yeah. That's what it's looking like to me, Barbies. It's looking like to me. That's freaking amazing. Yep, yep. Stargate's the bridge that you normally have to use, but to use this particular thing here, this particular liquid staking DApp, don't look like you need a bridging over. Looks like this DApp is going to be doing it in the background. Yeah, man, we all had those losses. I lost multiple six figures of XRP, right? I mean, it's just, you know, it's lessons, right? It's lessons learned, right? Barbie Tail says Ethereum already has smart contracts, so all they need to use is the bridge to get to flat. So I mean, this is really good, man. I mean, that's great. I mean, that's really good. You know, that's really good that you can just use the app like that and just boom, there you're looking good doing it. What's going on, bro? OMGCs, you said six-figure XRP. Yep. Yeah, bro. Yep. Yep. But it's all good. It's all good. Oh, no worries, bro. I appreciate that. So, that's interesting, isn't it? I mean, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It's a big deal. I know that much. Carl said Flare is the ETH upgrade. Yeah. Well, listen, they're in their own lane. Blockchain for data, soon to be blockchain for data and AI. They're in their own lane. They gotta ship that stuff. They gotta ship it. They gotta ship. We gotta see how it works. We gotta see it in motion. We're gonna get a really good test from Songbird. I believe we'll get a really good litmus test. You know what I mean? Get that FTSO stuff going on Songbird. Get it testing out there, minting and redeeming for real, right? With real dollars, we'll get a good idea. But in the end, what's the long-term plan? You know, for me, this cycle, I'm taking the multiples. I'm taking the multiples. I'm gonna exit and have them stable coins on there. See what's good. Come bear market. I showed you Solana's retrace of about 97, 98%. I don't know if we're going to say, well, this time is different. All coins aren't going to retrace in the bear market. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to be able to say such stuff. I know people want to say, man, but the ecosystem is amazing. They're just awesome. They're going to kill it even in the bear. History has not said that. Which big news? Payment FXRP. There was a lot. What's big news? Payment XRP says, Siege, have you heard about the big news about Sui today? Nope. It depends. Depends on what it is. Is it yeah, tell me. I don't know. It's a couple of big things that happened there, wasn't it? Thank you, Barbie. I appreciate that. Is it this here from assets from all chains will now be natively programmable on Sui, no bridges? Just this is that LKA? I don't know if that's LKA, the fastest parallel MCC network. Best place to trade 2 trillion crypto assets will be deep book on Sui DeFi protocols. Is that news? Sui put this out here. FKA D Wallet Network, formerly known as DK D Wallet Network, is taking MPC networks to the next level by launching their 2PC MPC cryptographic scheme on Sui, utilizing Mystic Chetty. LKA enables builders to engage with institutional players in their projects and dApps by unlocking seamless DeFi. Seamless DeFi across chains, decentralized custody at scale, universal coordination layer, secure AI agent controls. Is that the one you're talking about? It's from Crypto Daily. Learn more at cryptodaily.co.uk. Why would they do that? I don't know why you would need to learn more from this. You should learn more from Sui. But is that the news you're talking about, bro? I just tagged you on X. Okay. No. Link to fiasco. No, Barbie. Really? Barbie Taylor says, did you guys hear about the link to fiasco? Big trouble ahead for them and those who promoted them. Really? Uh, no, we didn't hear about that, Barbie. Too, please do tell. Didn't hear about that. Oh, God. Do share if you can. You tagged me, you said. All right, let me see. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. Isn't that what I just read? I think that's it. 2 trillion in assets can be programmed on Sui. Yep. What we're shipping. Sub-second MPC finality. Native BTC, ETH, and Solana on Sui. Native, no bridging. 0 bridges needed. Infinite scalability. Yep, I have that. Yep. Translation, your assets are finally free, anon. More on the thread. Yeah. Imagine you have Bitcoin. You want to use it on Sui. Old way is pray to the bridge gods. Yeah, this is an interesting thing. New way, just use it. No bridging, no wrapping, no coping. That's massive. This is why it was a smart move for Flare to kind of go down that direction they were going. Data and win that data and AI. Because no matter what all this stuff is going on here and how awesome Sui and what they're doing, data. Now, Sui also has Warhorse. What this means for builders: deploy on Sui, program any asset, instant settlement, infinite scalability. Sir, your playground just got bigger. Use cases we're already seeing: programmable Bitcoin on Sui, cross-chain DeFi without bridges, institutional grade custody, AI agent guardrails, and we're just getting started. Why this matters? Remember FTX? Remember wormhole hack? Remember waiting for hours for the bridge? Yeah. Yeah, we fixed that. The secret sauce says it's Sui's Mystic Chetty. Mystic Eddie. LKA's 2PC MPC. Harpy uses this 2PC MPC. Harpy.io, which is anyway. Result, fastest coordination layer in crypto. Translation, your assets move at the speed of Sui. For the tech degens, novel, this stuff, parallelized processing, distributed key, threshold, homomorphic encryption. Sir, we rewrote the whole MPC playbook. Holy shit. What's next? Mainnet soon. More chains, more assets, more powder builders. A9, you're still early. Okay, cool. We're calling it the universal coordination layer because making every asset programmable on Sui didn't sound epic. Read all about it here. Yeah, that's big stuff. That's big promises right there. Yeah, yeah. Payment XRP, that's an interesting point, bro. We got to see it play out. You got to see it play out. But that's an interesting point. It almost makes F assets obsolete. So what was the fiasco? I thought the fiasco was only PolySign. Is there another fiasco, Barbie, besides PolySign? So, oh, you got a little link going on there. Let me check this link out. Crypto Eddie said something about it. She fact checks, double checks, super direct, triple checks. Let's see what she says. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Huh. Huh. All right. Lawsuit file says, is this Crypto Eddie? Published in the Northern California Record, linked to Bill Saris and Joe Endosa have been accused of serious compliance issues by former chief revenue officer. By their former chief revenue officer? Issues include allowing unaccredited investors to participate in offerings, misleading marketing practices, excessive undisclosed markups, operating without proper licensing in various jurisdictions. That's not good. Birdie Smorgasbord said this. It's actually true about the accredited investor accusation. I've bought 2 rounds of pre-IPO Ripple shares there and didn't submit any documents to meet accredited investor status. How in the world did you do that, bro? E.g., US dollar $1 million in registered capital, not including your primary residence. Hmm. Hmm. You got somebody publicly saying they bought 2 rounds of pre-IPO Ripple shares at Link 2, and they didn't submit any documents to meet accredited investor status. Hmm. 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 Well, you guys know how I felt about it, and it wasn't about Link 2 necessarily. It was just it was the 100x Link 2 and I Trust Capital, and the 1x the XRPL. That comparison in terms of promoting, you know, just didn't feel right. Mm, Thanks, Barbie. Thanks for sharing that. I mean, I don't know. People back themselves into corners, man. I've turned down advertising stuff, right? Because you just gotta be careful. Pay me an FXRP. That's exactly right. It would explain why Hugo came out and said that FSS won't be in the top 10 in value proposition for Flare. Yep. Yep. Mr. B. Yep. Yeah. Look, this is the challenge with startups, small startups, right? It's no different than for me with Celsius, right? You don't know underneath the hood, you don't know the inner workings. Um, you don't know if a CEO is going to make a mistake and then worsen the mistake by breaking the law and trying to fix it. You don't know. Like, how do you know? You don't know. You don't know any startup that can happen. It don't matter what it is. You don't know. Right? You don't know. Right? Who knew Alex Mashinsky was going to do that? Takes a DeFi bet, loses, and then just goes rogue, trying to make up for $100 million. Then you just, next thing you know, you're co-mingling the funds because you need enough money to try to make up for the mistake you made, for the bet that you took and that you lost. Now you're breaking another rule. Now you're co-mingling funds. You're not supposed to be co-mingling funds, right? And you just add on another break of the rule. You add on another break of the rule, trying to make up the whole. Next thing you know, you're 1.2 billion, close to 2 billion in the hole. You don't know. Like you just don't know. You don't know. Right? And trust me, this is nothing compared to traditional finance and the things that they do. If you think JP Morgan paying $1 billion fine, if you think that's their first fine, no. And if you think that's the most egregious thing that they've done, you don't understand. Like you don't understand. Like you just don't understand. So yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Of course, the entertaining content creators they'll have excuses, they'll this or that. They won't do a live stream or video apologizing to people that may have been harmed because it ain't in them. It's not in them, especially Kimes. Like it ain't in them to own up to being wrong, to own up to having made a mistake. It ain't in them. I did 3 live streams and a video about Celsius. It's just, it ain't in them, man. It just ain't in them. Yeah, that's heavy right there. The revenue officer bringing us up. Mm, mm, that's heavy. So what else I wanted to share with you guys? Did I want that? No, I don't think I want that one. Let's get out of there. Listen, First Ledger. I know there's some drama going around. Like you got to understand the whole meme coin thing. You got to get. It's just going to be a journey, man. It's going to be a journey for First Ledger, just like it was a journey for Pump.Fund. It's going to be a journey. You got to understand what the meme coin thing is really all about. You got to understand that whole thing. Like, we have to stop already. Dogecoin is a multi-billion-dollar asset. We got to stop already. That don't just happen because it's PvP. Like, we have to stop that already. Let me check something here. What we should be doing is like, why is Dogecoin number 9? Number freaking 9. And if you take out stable coins, it's 7. If you take out liquid stake ETH, which is just ETH, it's 6. Like we gotta ask why, and we gotta like stop. We gotta look at how did that happen? What did they do? Are you trying to tell me that a $23 billion market cap is just because it's PvP? It's just because player versus player? You gotta look underneath the hood. You gotta look into it. Why is that? It's just multiple cycles is still around, and It's more than that. It's higher than a lot. Look, it's number 9. That means, okay, Avalanche going to be a massive gaming thing. It's higher than that. Chainlink for cross-chain, CC, TP, IP, it's higher. Doge is higher. Bitcoin Cash, a better version of Bitcoin, faster, cheaper, more expensive. It's higher. A SWI right now, it's higher than SWI. You think that Dogecoin has the developers that SWI has? Near protocol. You understand? You got to get what's going on over there and stop throwing shade at it, thinking that it's just something. If it was just something, it would be gone. It would be gone, fam. It would be toast, like 99% of the meme coins. There's a reason why this thing is here. You got to understand why. Ain't no sense in fighting it. It is what it is. This thing has minted a lot of millionaires. A lot. Dogecoin. And Shiba Inu is not far behind at 14. That means awesome protocols like Near and Aptos. I mean, BitTensor and Fetch or artificial superintelligence. This is major LMM AI things. Major. They're major in technology. They're major. I'm not telling people to go buy Doge. What I'm saying is they figured something out. They figured something out. Shiba Inu has figured something out. 10 billion. They figured something out. Pepe is probably next. Here, Pepe, 3 billion. They figured something out. I don't know what it is, but they figured, I have an idea what it is. You can throw shade and say it's just a meme if you want. Or realize that if Doge did it and if Shiba Inu did it, there's going to be an XRPL meme that does it. So now we got Doge. Those are both Ethereum, right? Shiba Inu is Ethereum as well, isn't it? Pepe is Ethereum, right? Pretty sure. The next one up, another chain, is Solana. Dog with 2 billion. Another chain besides Ethereum. So you got 3 on Ethereum, right? Pepe, Shiba Inu, Doge. Even though Shiba Inu has their own thing now, right? Uh, who's after with? Popcat. Solana. 1 billion. I don't own any Popcat. I own with. Bonk is close by Solana. That would be 1, 2, 3 on Solana. So my point to that is the XRPL can have one as well. And you can feel blessed to be early. And being early, there's going to be some hiccups. There's going to be some landmines. This is why you do not put yourself 100% in the irreversibility domain. You have no idea which one or two is going to be that meme that gets to $1 billion in market cap on the XRPL. What I am humbly saying is that there's going to be one or two. There's going to be one or two. I don't know which one. I have no idea. It's up to the community and the people and the blah, 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 and all that stuff. But why would you think it would not happen if it happened on Solana? Why would you think if it would not happen if it happened on Solana and Ethereum? Like, it's going to happen. most likely. We'll see if Avalanche gets one. Avalanche hasn't gotten one. They had a big promo and all of that, and it hasn't happened. Hasn't happened yet. They try to follow Solana's playbook and all this other stuff, but nothing has emerged yet from Avalanche in terms of the meme coin thing. Someone asked a question. John says, CJ, whatever goes on XRP uses XRP to move it. Indeed, it does. Doge is its own chain. Mixed AKA says Doge is its own chain. So like Shiba as well. Did they start that way? You're probably right. Let me see. Yeah, I think they started ETH and they went to their own chain. Yep. So, and Doge is 138% on the year. 138% on the year. Doge is 130% on the year. Like, are we not? Are we throwing shade on 100%? Are we? Are we doing that? Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't even have it there anymore. It says chain BNB chain ecosystem. Did it launch on Binance first? Binance chain? But I mean, for just holding it, you'd be up 100% for the year. I don't know. I had Doge. I sold my Doge. I took that 3X. I was like, oh man, I'm good. See you later. I was happy. Was happy. So anyway, this is something that I'm sure the legitimate XRPL memes are following this dude and learning how to do this stuff. The legitimate ones, not the ones that are here to try to do the real PvP on you, but the legitimate ones. You're going to have to sift through them, or like I'm doing, understand it. Probably a good idea to wait 60, 90 days, see what's good. It's going to give you a better understanding. Maybe wait to 10 mil. Give you a better understanding. Anyone at 10 mil yet? Any one of them things at 10 mil? I mean, the thing is not even 2 weeks old. First ledger. Any of them at 10 mil is Bert or Bear or Drop? Any of them at 10 mil market cap yet? Mirage says to make generational wealth in the upcoming meme coin cycle. That's not going to happen for the XRPL. I mean, for the people who are, ripping people off, probably. But, lasting cycle to cycle, this is what you need. To make generational wealth in the upcoming meme coin super cycle, the upper part of the pyramid is what you need to identify. Few understand. Many will. It says here, cults, lifestyle brands, subcultures, movement missions. I know the legitimate ones, the ones that want to be able to say they got to $1 billion in market cap, are paying attention. But my point is they're not coming here to rug. They're coming here. They want to be the first, or they want to be one of the memes that do it on the XRPL. You're just going to have to sift through to figure them out. For me, time is the great equalizer. It's the great equalizer. I'm not missing out if I wait 60 days. I'm not missing out if I wait to 10 mil. I'm not missing. Again, it's about not being 100% in this irreversibility mindset where you're going around throwing stuff at the wall, hoping something sticks. I'm going to give it 60, 90 days. I'm going to look for the first 10 mil. But I'm still going to be I'm not going to be 100% of my XRP on the first 10 mil. Why would I do that? But 10 mil, 4 months is a really good gauge. 10 mil to 40 mil is a nice gauge, right? You're sifting out the ones that are trying to just come and go, coming from Solana and coming from Ethereum, trying to rip people off, right? You're sifting through those. It's not about throwing shade on every single meme. It's about leveling up your skill set. I don't know why people think sifting through the meme coins is any different than sifting through the damn altcoin space. How is it different? It's the same thing. You got to sift through the stuff. You got to do your homework, you do diligence. It's just that you're doing it differently. There's different metrics over there in the meme coin thing that you're looking for. In the altcoin space, you're not waiting around. You're not using a criteria of being around for 90 days. How is that a criteria? 90 days. That ain't criteria. You're not looking for some kind of cult-like thing in alts, right? You gotta know what you're sifting through. Right? David O'Coin says a good gauge for the XRPL is how many trust lines. Thanks for sharing, bro. Kirk Elliott says, yeah, Celsius made me curious about everybody. Yep. It's a big time lesson, man. Yeah. Yeah. And 99% of them are not going to make it. They're all going to be, they're coming in trying to play the game, trying to take advantage of the naive and inexperienced XRP people. That's what it is, payment XRP. But not all of them. You know how many people came before Doge and Shiba Inu came and went? Like you got to have something to figure it out to help you. But that doesn't mean zero exposure. That doesn't mean, in my opinion, and for me, in Crypto Siege's home, that doesn't mean zero exposure to the XRPL memes. It means I'm calculating when and how to get exposure. That's all. I'm going to get one of them, whether it be drop, bear, or Bert, or is it drop, Bert, bear? I'm going to get one. But I'm not going to chase the game. The game's going to come to me. They're going to have to sift through some stuff. I don't care about no 10,000% thing. Nah, I'll get that later. What about 10 mil going through 2 or 3 cycles to 2 bill? Is that okay? 10 mil market cap, go to 2 or 3 cycles to 2 billion. Is that okay? But I'm going to give it 60, 90 days before I start really looking into it. I got my little stuff, you can hop in some telegrams and some discords. That'll help a little bit. You can check out some Twitter stuff. That'll help a little bit. But in the end, look, the ones that are coming in here and going to be gone tomorrow, they're not going to be around in 90 days. You know? Payment XRP says total transparency. I also rode about 5 of them to 0, but overall I profited very well. Nice, man. Nice. So that's what it is. I'll get one of them XRP memes and it's just the thing's not even 2 weeks old. Like I don't think there's any fear of missing out stuff. I just don't. I don't think so. But I think eventually, they'll start sticking their head up, separating themselves from the chaff, and you'll get a good sense. Then it's going to be on the community to figure it out. It's going to be up to the community to grow it, to make it whatever it is going to be. You don't know. I don't know how much Doge did, but they felt like they did a bunch. I know Shiba did a bunch of stuff, man. You know, next thing you know, Shiba, there was a Siberium. They had a little Dex and the whole 9 yards. But if you're planning accordingly and if you're allocating accordingly, it just feels like a cycle or two. Feels like a couple cycles. Feels like that's what you want anyway, is a cycle or two. Payment XRP says Alice Cobb launch drop, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's what I heard. It did hit 10 mil and has since fallen. Yeah, it's slow, of course. I mean, it's only a few days old. Like people like Doge is going through cycles. You know what that means? 8 years. Shiba Inu is going through cycles. That means 8 years. I mean, that's what it is. And I guess, you know, I don't know. Dano says, good message tonight, Siege. Next week, our lives change. How are you, Dano? Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. So it's kind of where we are, fam. Let's see. Let me see if there's something else I want to share with you guys. So the XRPO dev, Mayuka says the XRPO digital identity amendment goes live today. And Web3 can be pretty confusing. We're looking into how many work or how they work. Here's an explainer for XLS40 and digital ID on the ledger. The digital ID is roughly equivalent to a fingerprint in the real world. Everybody has one. The way DIDs are implemented typically follow the World Wide Web consortium. They are intended to be persistent, globally resolvable, cryptographically verifiable, and decentralized, and are designed to be compatible with any distributed ledger or network. Nice. The XLS40 DID spec was written by Anshal, and the code was written by me. Oh. Awesome. Good job, Lee. Good job, Lee. DID is represented on chain via a series of two-way links. Awesome. The user creates a DID document and links it to their on-chain DID on a ledger. The DID document refers to the on-chain DID. So there's no way for someone else to forge it. Awesome. It's pretty frustrating to see functionalities with unclear purposes being prioritized, while fundamental features like escrows and batch transactions, which are standard in other blockchains, keeps getting postponed year after year. The purposes are pretty clear to me. As I've explained in this thread, it's a foundational piece that we need on chain to have anything involving identity verification. For example, credentials builds upon DIDs and permission decks upon that. So it's nice. They got to launch. And it seems like it's going to be a big deal. And it's going to be massive for the XRPL for sure. And something like this is very appealing to, TradFi, institutional players and that kind of stuff. Right? So shout out to them for getting that done. This P-Stake thing is interesting. It's a form of staking your Bitcoin. Breaking P-Stake token is now live on Sui, powered by Wormhole. With $1 billion in GVL and 31 million accounts, Sui is moving the Web3 landscape with the ease of Web2. So P-Stake is something that I'm looking at to stake some Bitcoin there. And they got a token as well. It's an interesting play. P-Stake is taking advantage of Babylon. So they're leveraging Babylon from the Cosmos SDK ecosystem. So you can go to P-Stake. P-Stake is actually putting the Bitcoin on Babylon, blah, 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 blah. So the fact that they're going to SWE, you can do some stuff with SWE is pretty interesting. My guy Virtual Bacon has the altcoin trigger down. He knows when it is, and it is based on announcements and signals from the FOMC for when the altcoin season happens. It's pretty interesting. Let me see. Let's see how to monitor the next all season signal. Let's check this out.
And so what are we likely to see then? What is the signal to monitor here? Am I saying you should buy altcoins right now? No. Until the next FOMC, at least in November, Bitcoin dominance can continue to trend up because the Fed can only make pivots during FOMCs. So that means from now until at least November 6th, the Fed will continue to sell, something like this, right? For this balance sheet to go down, and conversely, Bitcoin dominance should continue to go up at least for like 2 more weeks. If they make this pivot and comes out and says something like conclude the reduction of our balance sheet in November, that means the Federal Reserve balance sheet will bottom out like this, start to go sideways. And then Bitcoin dominance likely makes double top like this. I'm drawing these very, very zoomed in. Just bear with me here because this is very macro. And right after that, the meeting right after that is usually when they will announce that they will start buying assets again. And when they do that, the Federal Reserve balance sheet starts to tick up, Bitcoin dominance starts to go down, and this triggers the clear signal, the early signal that altcoin season starts. And you can quite confidently invest in altcoins again, because that gives us a scenario just like September 2019, where it was basically 2 years of bull run. So that's it. That's all you need to follow. That is step by step, a real metric, and not only the metric alone, but the actual announcement that tells you which direction this metric will go based on the FOMC meetings. I really believe this is the as clear as day to me that tells me, okay, alt season is not going to happen right now. It has a very good chance of happening right here, giving us a very good sign on the November 6th to 7th FOMC meeting. If they do not make this announcement, then we move on to December 17th to 18th. Potentially they make it. If still they do not make that announcement, then we look at 2025, right? Then we look at January 28, 2025. But either way, we know the clear signal. And all we need to do is to monitor these FOMC meetings, look at what they're actually saying.
So anyway, I'm gonna put the link to this in the thing for you guys. I watched this video, and he's figured out a way to kind of track it in the kind of when these all seasons start, and obviously when the bear thing is going to start based on this Fed, because remember the Fed stuff is either liquidity coming in or leaving, right? Coming in or not, easing or tightening, right? We all know that the cycle, the altcoin, the wind moon stuff starts when they do the printing and the easing. We know that, right? But he figured out how they're doing it, how they're announcing it, how they're doing it, and all this other kind of stuff for the signal. And I think that's really, 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 really cool. That's my guy. That's my guy there. Dennis, smart guy. Smart guy. So I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. Yeah, I did. So again, appreciate you guys checking in, man. I really do appreciate you guys being here, celebrating. Me still got the swole grill, but it's all good. It'll be a little bit of adjustment for some months now, but nose feels swollen as well. I appreciate you guys checking in, man. Talk that talk Thursday. Oh, I was supposed to share the Simon Dixon thing. This is important. I got to go through this real quick. Hold on a second. Hold on. I got to go through the Simon Dixon thing. This is important. Hydro says great indicators. Yeah. Simon Dixon, my guy, put this out. Here is why the United States election matters when you follow the money. On December 23rd of 1913, President Wilson signed the Federal Reserve Act, shifting control of U.S. dollars to private banks, aligning U.S. interests with European bankers. Just a few years later, on April 4th, 1917, the United States entered into World War I, largely influenced by financial agreements with a financially insolvent British government, which had pledged Palestine to Lord Rothschild to create Zionist Israel. That's according to Simon Dixon. Since then, the Federal Reserve and its private bank shareholders have printed 36 trillion in U.S. government debt. All I have to say about that Palestine Rothschild stuff is, why are Congress people coming on live YouTube saying that they all have a partner, like a I don't know what they call it, like a partner, like an Israel partner. Like, why do Congress people have a partner? This is a United States Congress senator came on and said that on YouTube, on an interview. Yeah, we all have one. Yeah, we all have one. That's all I'm saying. I don't know any of it. I'm just saying that's what the dude said. Like, what is that about? I don't know. But that's what happened. That was said. Guy's still living, still breathing, still in Congress, but he said that. I don't know why. This is not, the dude said 1917. So I don't know. Since then, the Federal Reserve and its private bank shareholders have printed 36 trillion in United States government debt based on over 100 wars and driven average Americans into a cost of living crisis. Is this true or not? Does it feel true? 36 trillion is correct. Does it feel 100 wars? Does that feel about right? Since 1917, does that feel right to you? Does it feel like we're just always in a war? I mean, you got to ask yourself that. Does it feel like it? Does it feel like we keep coming up with the reason to be in a war? Does it feel like that to you? That we just keep coming up with the reason to be in a war? This person's a bad guy. This person's doing this. We got to go and do this. Does it feel like it? That there's just a constant reason being fed to the American people for why we have to be in a war. Because it feels like it to me. It feels like it to me. Who can rationalize $170-something billion to Ukraine and homelessness in this country? Who? At homelessness at an alarming rate in this country. Or maybe question, why is it the one dude who keeps saying, nope, we're not going to be doing this war stuff, is the one they keep trying to prosecute every single freaking way they possibly can? The one dude is like, this war stuff, we don't need to be sending our men and women over. spending all this money. Yes. The one person who keeps saying that and did it, why is that the one? This Fed created inflation has been exported globally through the economic hitmen at the IMF, forcing covert and overt wars globally through the deep state deceit and terrorism. Why would a dude write a book, 2 books about the economic hitman and his personal experience and how that works and what we did? And he wrote 1 book, he wrote 2. Why? And the reason why the books are out is for the same reason my guy Dennis said in this video about the signals for the bear and the bull market, because most people won't read it. I've always heard since my military days, I've always heard that they always signal what they're doing in public announcements or public appearances. They always signal what they're going to do. It's just that you have to read the code in which they're saying the thing that they're saying. It's intentionally confusing. So this Fed, that's a massive statement. This Fed created inflation has been exported globally through the economic hitman at the IMF, forcing covert and overt wars globally through deep state deceit and terrorism. These wars primarily benefit the military industrial complex. This is what RFK has been saying, and banks, alongside bailout after bailout for Fed shareholder banks, following 20 Fed-induced recessions. That's the story. That is, in my humble opinion, the harsh reality of the hoodwink and bamboozle that started in 1913. Actually started before that, because I think the central bank thing started and then they did the Federal Reserve Act. Someone sacrificed the country here for personal profits. Someone did. Private banks. Was it was for personal profit? That's the reality. 16 years ago, Satoshi released a Bitcoin white paper igniting a movement towards financial freedom with a decentralized currency that funded WikiLeaks to help us learn the truth. And a step toward reform, Representative Massey, which is, I believe, the person who said what I said. Well, yeah, we all have one of them. Handlers. That's it. Handlers. Yeah, we all got one of them handlers. That's the dude said it. I didn't say it. The congressperson said, yeah, we all got one of them handlers. I believe it was this dude who said it. Thomas Massey, representative, introduced a Federal Reserve Board Abolition Act on May 16th this year, aiming to end the Fed, which is trying to end that relationship. Following this, on July of 2024, Senator Lummis proposed a strategic reserve Bitcoin bill, potentially enabling the U.S. to restructure its monetary system to end the Fed eventually. So we got 2 things looking to end the Fed. 2 different people with 2 different bills or acts looking to do it. This is kind of like the book Confessions of an Economic Hitman. This is recognizing that this is going on and this is happening. And we got to do something to stop it. That's what I view this as. But you notice it's not all of Congress. It's not all of the House or Congress or the senators. By July of 2024, RFK and Trump committed to building a Bitcoin reserve for national security alongside promises to declassify sensitive files related to, those bad days and stuff. Epstein, all that stuff. And recent attempts on Trump's life issues that I believe link, this is from Simon Dixon, YouTube, not me, that I believe linked to the CIA and Mossad. That's from him. It's not me. I know you get in trouble for saying 3 letters. Leveraging the Fed's endless printing, the Israeli lobby has exerted profound influence over U.S. Congress and the U.K. Parliament, often aligning foreign policy with Israel's interests. Today, it's impossible to attain the U.S. presidency or U.K. prime ministership without prioritizing Israel's agenda, with political figures pressured through campaign funds, lobbying on Epstein-linked blackmail, even assassination threats. Again, this is Simon Dixon's thoughts and views. What I know is this stuff here from the Federal Reserve in 1913. This is what I know is accurate. And it's not a personal opinion. All that Israel stuff and stuff, that's his view on how he sees it and how it's all plugging in. But I wonder how many answered. It feels like we're just always in this war. Kind of just feel like we're always in a war. Always another reason to kind of get into a war or be part of a war. And we just got to get enough people asking why that is. Like, why is that? The truth's going to come out. It's going to be exposed. And there are going to be Congress people who are going to try to get ahead of it so that they don't find themselves being complicit in it. That's going to happen. Kirk Ellis says, what's the best way to purchase one of those memes on the XRP ledger? You got to go to First Ledger. Let me see if it comes up. Let me do this. I had more. I had a better one. There's firstledger.net, and it's kind of an easy, simple walkthrough to do it. I'm trying to think if I have that. How to. It's really simple. It's really, really simple. I don't know if you can use XAM a lot. You're doing something through the Telegram bot. That's all I know. I don't know much after that, Kirk, to be honest. All right, fam, there it is. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Jungle Link's in the building. What's going on, Jungle? How are you? I'm just ready to hop off, bro. You missed a good one. I'm back, bro. I'm back. I'm swole, but I'm back. I'm swole, but I'm back. That link to stuff, you heard about that link to news is not great, Jungle. Oh, you out trick-or-treating with the family? I hear you. I remember those days. I remember taking Little Miss Crypto Siege out in those days. That link to stuff, not great, bro. You heard that latest on link to from Crypto Eddie? That's not great. General says, yeah, I saw that. Come on in. You guys heard me on the channel, like, dude, what's up with all of this? 1,000 times linked to an iTrust Capital and one time XRP. I mean, it was just not making sense. It was not making sense. I said it on the channel plenty of times. Them dudes backed themselves up into a corner and they didn't and took a look around and they didn't like the way it looked. That's tough. That is really tough. What the world's going on here? That is really tough. That's right. The poly sign thing. Tough lessons. Tough lessons right there. Tough lessons. Let's see if they do a little, you know, apologizing for anyone who may have been harmed. I don't think they made any of those videos. It's definitely not in Kimes. I don't think it's not in them. Jungle says, I'm glad you're back, my friend. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Put up my little lisp, a little swollen grill, but we'll get it done. That's right. My Celsius thing, right? I had to do 2, 3 live stream and a recorded video about Celsius, apologizing to the community for anyone with harm. Let's see if they'll do it. It's going to be interesting to see if they'll do it. We'll see. These are allegations. I don't know. We don't know, what it's going to look like. We don't know what it's going to look like. And I just think sometimes good people do really bad stuff. And they compound. They compound the mistakes. And you get in that hole, you get in that loop, and it is, next thing you know, you're breaking this law, you're breaking this thing, and you get caught out there. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, the fact that it's a former employee, quote unquote, revenue officer, or whatever that's looking like, whatever that looks like, that's not a great look. Not a great look. All right, fam, I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta grab a late dinner. I can finally eat without having to sip my food, man. I was sipping my food for forever. So, all right, fam. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. Do me a favor, if you didn't hit that like button on the way in, would you kindly do so on the way out? It's one of the greatest ways you can support the channel. And if you happen to be in that 45 to 50% or so of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Seas, and you have enjoyed those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. That old money, it doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though. Because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.